Hi everyone guys, this is Afterman speaking and today I will show you how to take benefit from your song. If your song have been charted on Tracksource of Beatport, you can monitor its statistics via website MusicStat.com. MusicStat is the first and only Tracksource statistics and most complete Beatport statistics website. The algorithm checks daily all over Beatport and Tracksource charts, and as soon as they change, it automatically adds all the artists, tracks and labels, calculate progressions, rankings, achievements and makes this data ready to be shared on your favorite social channel. Okay, but now it's time to see what's in there for you and how to take benefit from their portal. Here you see the Tracksource Top 100 chart, which is the default one if you are not logging in and you didn't set up any preferred one. Every table has columns which can be sorted as ascending and descending by just clicking on the name or on the arrow. Tables are all the same side-wide and you can search within the results. To be more consistent against Tracksource, which typically updates its chart every 2 hours, they detect the daily change on Beatport, collect all portals charts and calculate the stats and rankings once per day. This typically is around midday at GMT time zone. This process is completely automatic. You will be alerted via email if you are a free member and your tracks are charted. You can play any track and the audio player automatically pops up. You can also play a wall chart, which is gold to quickly navigate across the tracks and choose the ones to buy. The button Clear All quickly removes the songs, or you can remove them one by one. You can loop or shuffle or click on tracks and the artists and go to the relevant page. They are all linked. A red button advises you on how many tracks are in the play queue. You see the number on the top right. The progression columns advise you on raising and falling songs with a green or red label, showing how much the tracks are progressing compared to yesterday. If the song is a new entry for today, a blue label New advises you. In case a song is not charted anymore, a green button Out advises you as well. In the page head, you find the rankings divided for week, month, year, focusing on the actual and the last. A model box opens and reveals the ranking divided for artists, labels and tracks. Points are calculated daily for every single track. Position number 1 gets 100 points. Position number 100 gets 1 point. Artists, remixers, labels get point for every single track. Their algorithm is fair and accurate. For example, if 2 or more artists reach the same rank, they are equally evaluated. If 2 artists reach contemporary position number 1, they are both tied to position number 1, and the third artist reaches position number 2. The most common websites ranking would rank them at number 1, number 2 and number 3, based on their nickname sorted in alphabetical order or ascending order, not by achievement. If you got a good ranking, you can share the results across the supported social networks. The same thing happens also in the chart page. If you got charted, you can share the chart. Other powerful features are the search boxes and advanced search. For example, the advanced search lets you search everything in a deep way, divided and sorted. You just need to enter the search term and wait for the page to update. This is particularly useful if you are looking for all your tracks or tracks by another artist to listen and buy. The table offers you the same function as the other tables, so you can search, play songs, export as Excel, or just print the results. Search box has limited results, but is suitable for a quick and precise search terms. In every table you have advanced export and print features. You can never reload the results, for example if you are navigating and you just received the email with the updates. Free members can personalize the default chart to be loaded. You just set the button in the chart page. A label which will automatically bind all the label artists and all the relevant tracks in all the charts. An artist which will be automatically bound to all the artist's tracks, or just a single track. You can register via email or Facebook. In my case, I set up Beatport Funky Groove chart as the default one, and you can see the green Beatport button and background. Notice the button set and set as default. It's present on every chart and lets you choose that chart as your default landing page. The portal knows that I am Afterman and immediately pops up my track's achievements, just because I registered Afterman as free member. The system assumes that yesterday I sold 15 MP3s, but perhaps I know from my distributor that I sold 20, so I can adjust the data accordingly by filling the field and submitting it. You see the button on the upper left side. I received the daily mail with my daily charted songs and relevant progressions. When you bind a label, an artist, a single track to be monitored, you receive daily updates via email on the relevant chart page with all the details about the tracks at a glance, where they are charted, so Beatport, Traxsource, Takeout, Stamps, the relevant chart, etc. Which position for each track, tracks progressions compared to yesterday. My profile page has several options, like short way to bind and unbind artists, tracks and labels without going on page one by one. I have the overview and I can add or remove associations. I can also change the password and my preferences. A label, artist, track can be bound only by one single member, so please take particular care. I can also earn money by selling synth presets and stamps for my tracks, or even I can decide to cover somebody else's presets or stamps. All the monetary calculations are crystal clear in the page. I can add my asset, any asset, and I can also reproduce somebody else's preset or stamp covers. Let's say I want to check my artists. I have one for Traxsource and one other for Beatport, the same called Afterman. Let's check the first one. You notice that the page layout is blue and the background logo is the Traxsource logo. You also notice that I've bound Afterman artists. Here I get all the achievements for my artists on Traxsource. How many days I've been charted, how many songs number 1, etc. Facebook page is advised where available. You also have indication of songs where they are charted, ranking points calculated, as well as everything we saw earlier. Best tracks, last tracks. A quick button lets you jump to the Afterman artists for Beatport. Another button sends you on the Traxsource and tracks how many times your visitors from MusicStat went on your Traxsource official page to buy something or just to drill down your informations. Opening both the artist pages for Traxsource and Beatport, you can overview and quickly compare your achievements on both portals. The tracks column advises you about the top 20 best tracks and about the top 20 last tracks. Everyone with their rankings trend. In my case, you see that I collect some flops and suddenly some massive hits. This means that I can take informed decisions and understand how and why a song was a flop or a massive hit. Let's deep dive an actual track, like the general number 1 on Traxsource. You see that it's number 1 on the general chart as well on the tech house chart. Tomorrow position is not forecasted because there are not enough data. The best-selling week and month indicate when exactly the track raised its position, so you can decide exactly which day to boost promotion according to your follower preferences. On the left, you always get days spent as number 1, 10, 100, etc. Quick links are clickable everywhere, from the audio player to any page to quickly reach artists, tracks and labels pages. Let's see a label page. The columns are almost the same, but the label has an additional column with top artists. Even if the artists or labels page, you can listen all the top songs for the label or artist with just one click. It's a complete radiography for label and its trend. And you can always share the page with your social fans on the social networks.
Should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be helping.
In this case, the label is present on label base, so the email address is available. Now let's get back on a track page to see how the graph works. By default, the graph shows you the position for 1 month, but you can choose 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, year-to-date starting from 1st January, or all the data present on the platform. Or you can even customize the date. If you don't need a punctual representation, but you just need to sort some things out and understand the trend, you have 2 curves taken from the stock market analysts. Exponential moving average for 2 days or 5 days. You can print or save graph for later analysis. You can also customize the date, moving the handles as you like. The date field will adjust automatically, or you can input the date you like manually. You can play the song clicking on the icon over the cover. Some tracks also contain the sample used, if available, with the relevant YouTube video. Okay, thank you guys, and follow my tutorials and become a real producer. Bye!